Aloha, this is Dr. George Cromack from RenewYourself.net, medical assistant for Gabriel Cousins at the E3Live Rejuvenation Center. We are back here in Patagonia from the trip in Hawaii. Sorry I didn't get too much outdoor footage, believe it or not. It was pretty much a torrential downpour almost the whole time. I was there for about 3 weeks, which is cool. A little moisture after heat in the desert. Did get some really great waves in on the North Shore. A little bit of juice there. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more. A lot of stuff coming in from viewers because I've been talking so much about E3Live. You know, don't want to be like harping on this or anything, but I do really think it's a really important point. Otherwise I wouldn't be spending this much time on it. For about 95% of you. Just high priority. More questions coming in about dosage and maximum dosages. And basically, here's what's happening. I mean, if we're not thinking about the cost of actually taking it and what are different scenarios that could happen. Once you get to a point where you can actually handle the large amount of chlorophyll that's in it, because it's 4 times the chlorophyll of wheatgrass juice, you can handle a large dose without initiating some kind of major detox cleansing reaction. At that point, you may find that your body is so depleted over the years that you actually kind of develop a craving for it, because it's what your body really is wanting and missing on a real primal type level. E3Live blue-green algae being, AFA algae being primordial, closest link to the sun in terms of our food. It is basically just a medium to capture sunlight, but that sunlight and that chlorophyll is also very cleansing. It's going to clear out those dark spaces in your body that you want to get rid of and rebuild with healthier new cells. It's really not toxic. You can get to a point where your body may be handling for periods of time up to a half a bottle a day. Dr. Cousins and both myself regularly do 2 bottles of the liquid a week. I know it sounds like a lot, but you just get to a point where your body just kind of knows and it wants it, and it's like small pour or large pour, depending on what your body's needing that day, what the workout requirements are, how much other food you're actually eating. But 2 bottles a week, I mean, I've done that for long periods of time. That seems to be kind of the general upper limit, unless I'm fasting on it or juice feasting on it. Your body does get to a point where you just don't really want anymore, and that's kind of a signal that you've had enough. So, but that could be for, I'm about 175 pounds, pretty heavily muscularized. If I could easily do 2 bottles a week over a long period of time, there's probably a lot of others that could eventually work up to that, but really don't try anything like that the first couple of months of using it, because most likely, unless you've been at this for years, you're going to go through a very strong, not controlled detox that could be very uncomfortable and actually not good for you, kind of shocking. The whole thing comes down to getting a baseline to start with, depending on where you're at in terms of your diet and detox, and then gradually by the week increasing that dosage and getting it in on an empty stomach before you're filled with any kind of starch or heavier foods. First thing in the morning with juice or water is ideal, 25 minutes till you eat, and then once you're used to that upper dosage of 4 or 5 tablespoons, if you're an athlete working out, you could easily be pouring and doing 6, 7 tablespoons at a time. A second dose after the workout or mid-afternoon. After you've been doing that higher dosage in the morning for a while and your body has acclimated to it, you can start doing a little bit of a second dose in the mid-afternoon. You know, for a lot of people on a run, especially women with a purse, capsules are ideal. You know, if you're at home, yeah, sure, you could do a smoothie. Sometimes the capsules are easier in the afternoon. That's really about it. You really want to experiment with that. I just think the shift in energy could be huge. Myself, I'm 58 now. When I was about 25 or 26, I had been hypoglycemic since the age of 5 till that time, just passing out, going up the stairs. Went through a lot of other drama and trauma with my body, and it was very starved and very unstable at 25, and I really got into the blue-green algae and doing large amounts of it. My body was just craving it for at least a year, huge amounts, and it was major. You know, I was able to stabilize my blood sugar. I went into training for the Ironman triathlon, and probably I would say minimum 300% increase in energy. So anyway, this is a great tool. We're trying to get into some more practical, high prana stuff. E3Live.